Okay, let's get started. So this is your Evergreen YouTube marketing blueprint. I'm going to share everything that you need to know to get your videos ranking in the top search results on YouTube and on Google for free, attracting your perfect fit leads on autopilot 24/7. This is something I have spent years mastering, and I'm super excited to share it with you. We're going to turn your YouTube channel into a 24/7 client magnet, and we're going to do this without chasing trends or burning ourselves out. Okay, so this is you, right? You're posting nonstop on social media, hoping to make sales, but it's not paying off. Am I right? If this is resonating, please let me know in the comments. And if you have any questions, drop them in the comments as well as we go through this. At the end, I will cover your questions for you as well. So you're hoping that your post will finally bring in clients, right? Am I right? You're tired of just likes that never turn into sales, right? You don't want to spend a fortune on ads. I hear you. And look, you started your business to create freedom for yourself and to have a massive positive impact in the world, right? And now you're just burning yourself out trying to do social media marketing. And you're not really understanding how the algorithms work, and you don't want to just be chasing them all the time. Don't worry. This literally is the moment that changed everything for me. And I'm going to share exactly why me being in a coma, and that is actually me lying in a coma. My wife took a photo. I'm so grateful she did. This was in 2016. So what happened was I developed pneumonia in both of my lungs. I had been tending to my child who had strep throat. We'd been moving from one house to the next. I'd been cleaning up with black mold. You can imagine that wasn't good. We were in a show. We were doing Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. I fell through the stage, hit my chest hard. All of these things combined ended me up with having pneumonia, being completely exhausted, having to go to emergency, getting on a drip. They sent me home for a few days. I was so bad. I was terrified of going back to emerge because I honestly didn't think I'd be able to sit in the chair waiting for the room to open up. And so we actually called our telehealth line that we have here in Canada. And as soon as she heard what was going on, no, I was not the one calling. Let's be clear. I had no ability to move or talk or anything. My wife was calling. She reassured us that don't worry, go to the hospital. They will triage you straight through into a room. You won't have to sit on any chairs. And she was right, which was surprising because our local emergency is quite well known for having to wait for hours before you see a doctor. But I was rolled right in. I was put on a drip. Then I was rolled upstairs after they did the x-ray to double check. And yes, I had pneumonia, severe pneumonia in both my lungs. My oxygen was dropping. They got me on a drip. They put me in a room where they hazmated everybody who came in because I was potentially contagious. Turns out I wasn't. I had a different kind of pneumonia. I have no recollection at all from that time. My last recollection is rolling up into that room. I have no other recollection until I finally woke up from the coma. So what happened was, and I can totally see myself doing this, apparently my oxygen dropped way low, below 80, life-threatening low. We don't have an ICU in our local hospital. So the doctor apparently asked me this question, which I have no recollection of. She said, we need to get you to a hospital with an ICU. You need to have a nurse constantly monitoring you while we get this in check. But in order to do so and keep you alive during the process of transport, we need to get you on a respirator, like a ventilator, which means we need to put you in a medically induced coma. We need to paralyze you. We need to intubate you. And my answer, which I can totally see me doing, at the time I was so exhausted, this is what I said to the doctor. I said, yes, sleep would be great. Thank you. I can totally see myself doing that. I was so beyond comprehension. All I could focus on was how exhausted I was that it didn't even register that this was a life-threatening situation for me. Now, the coma was supposed to only be for a couple of days during transport. And then they would help me recover and then wake me up and, within a couple of days. Unfortunately, my lungs failed. They gave up working on their own. I had to remain on that intubator, the ventilator, and I developed what's called acute respiratory distress syndrome, which literally just means my lungs could not function on their own. I ended up staying in that coma for 3 weeks. My body completely, I've forgotten my words, which is part of my side effect of not having enough oxygen in my brain. Atrophied, that's the word I was looking for. So nothing worked on its own. It took 3 weeks for them to finally get me strong enough, get the pneumonia taken care of, get my lungs functioning again to finally wake up. And then I suffered immense ICU psychosis nightmares. It definitely not something I would ever wish on anyone. I'm grateful that I went through it because it means I'm still here. I was given roughly a 20% chance of survival. They literally told me when I got strong enough and they were going to put me into a rehab, that they didn't actually have rehab for what I'd gone through because most people never left the hospital. So they put me in a COPD clinic instead, which is, if you're not familiar with COPD, it's also a lung issue where your lungs deteriorate over time. Often caused by smoking, but it can be other factors as well. And thank goodness they did, because it helped me finally regain some of the strength. Now, and this is where the YouTube Evergreen marketing comes in specifically, unfortunately, in order to save my life, it also damaged my lungs severely, and I woke up as a permanently disabled lung person. I have about 60% of my lungs are covered in scars because when your lungs stop functioning, they get hard. And then the ventilator is pushing against these hard lungs, causing all kinds of tears and rips, which caused all this scarring, which now is just part of my daily life. It reduces my ability to do things. It reduces my ability to actually get the proper oxygen. So from time to time, I do forget words. So do forgive me on that if I forget and struggle to find the words. But the really cool thing that happened, so let me show you here. This is one of my lovely nurses. This is one of the most exciting days of my life. It was the first day I was able to stand up and I was strong enough to go to the bathroom by myself. You never realize how important that is until you can't do it. So as I said, my body completely atrophied. I had to learn everything from scratch. I literally had to learn how to breathe, how to drink, how to eat, how to talk, how to move, then how to walk. I remember my brother-in-law came in to visit me and it was his birthday and everybody started singing happy birthday. And I couldn't, I literally did not have the capacity, the lung power to sing happy birthday. And it broke me. I'd never realized how important singing had been for me, for coping, whether I was happy or sad. So when something is taken away from you like that, it causes severe depression. Now, luckily over the years, I've been able to rebuild a lot of the strength in my lungs. But as you'll hear during this presentation, this is something I now deal with. But, and this is the really cool part, after a couple of months of regaining my strength, I was actually strong enough to sit up, which I developed what's called POTS, which means that I have to have walls close by. I struggle to just sit straight or to stand straight without support. It's just part of what I have. If you could see me, you'll see that my feet are actually elevated because it's hard for my lungs to pump the blood through, right? But when I was strong enough to get on my laptop, guess what happened? I saw that the businesses that I had built before my coma, which were two different areas. One was teaching other cake enthusiasts how to bake and decorate fun cake decorating ideas. And the other one was helping parents raise money smart kids. Those were my two passions. I could no longer bake because I couldn't breathe or stand to decorate. And my children had already grown up, so my passion kind of changed because when I looked at the computer screen to see my stats, to see where had my business gone during the coma, during the months of recovery afterwards, I honestly thought they were dead. I mean, I wasn't putting in effort. And my experience up until that point was that if I didn't put effort in, my businesses would just die. And I was shocked because my businesses had kept generating income on autopilot while I was literally fighting for my life in a coma and then recovering. Now, it wasn't much. Don't get too excited at the moment. It was just a couple $100, and it was from the videos that I had posted on my YouTube channel, driving my perfect leads into my various business funnels. I hadn't even done that on purpose. I just used YouTube as a way to communicate with my members and share, the different fun cake decorating ideas and share the tips about raising money smart kids. And I had some other things going on there. I was homeschooling my kids. We were using it as a way of teaching them things about scripting and videoing, editing. And so my channel was like this mishmash of all these different niches. And I just never was using it as a marketing tool. So I was shocked that it was only because of my YouTube channel that my businesses stayed alive while I took the time to, survive and then recover as much as I could. My doctors told me flat out, if I was lucky, I might regain 60 to 80% function, but that most likely I would never work again. I just wouldn't have the strength or the ability to work again, and that gutted me. I was an entrepreneur, and I was raised with the concept of there are no no's, you just find workarounds, right? So I was not going to accept that. I'm like, no. Just because I can't work what you consider a regular job, I am an entrepreneur and I can find a way, even if it's going to be completely exhausting and it's going to take me a long time to figure it out. I'm determined. I'm going to make this happen. So you can just imagine how excited I was when I noticed those videos I put on YouTube, and there were only a handful of them that were doing this out of the hundreds that I had on there, were driving leads, my perfect leads, into my different funnels. And I was making ad revenue on my videos. I was making sales on Amazon for my books that I have there. I was driving people to buy my courses. It was incredible to think that all this was happening on autopilot with a system I had accidentally tapped into, not knowing the power of it or even how to do it. So this is my channel, and I'm going to share my journey of how this happened so that you can learn from what I've learned and avoid the obstacles that I've had to learn the hard way for, so that it makes sense for you and how you can use it. All right. So I started my channel back in 2007. I didn't post my first video till 2011. In 2011, I posted one particular video that I will share with you in a little bit. It went absolutely crazy because I had accidentally done a couple of things correctly when it came to YouTube SEO and also engaging and warming up my audience to want to actually buy from me, right? But I didn't realize what I'd been doing. I had been learning from my mentors over the years, right? Like Mike Filsame and Frank Kern and Russell Brunson. But I didn't really realize what I was doing. They weren't teaching me about YouTube. I just kind of accidentally figured things out, and I'm really logical. So I did a couple of things that I'll show you in a little bit that just made logical sense to me at the time. And now I know how to intentionally do this to rank my videos fast, for free, in search on YouTube and Google, attracting those perfect leads. So I uploaded my first video in 2011, or the first one that really took traction. I signed up for the YouTube ad program when I started my channel, because back then you didn't have to qualify for certain things to be part of it. You could just be part of it if you chose so. But the first couple of years, I earned nothing, like literally nothing. And then about 2 years after I posted this one video that I was just talking about, I started earning roughly about 20 to 40 cents a month on that video. Now, I know it doesn't sound like a lot, right? But I was so excited because I made that video one time, right? And it was actually my video on how to bake a cake. I made it one time. It cost me $20 for the ingredients to bake the cake. It took me about 3 hours to, record, bake, edit, upload, and the editing was very, very minimal. And that was it. 3 hours of my time, $20 of investment. And now it was very consistently earning 20 cents per month. That made me very excited. As an entrepreneur, I'm like, I just need time. I'll recoup and then I'll start making money. Like, that's really exciting to me. And then I did this 90-day challenge in 2013. One of my mentors and friends, Jason Moffat, put out this challenge on Facebook. He said, hey, let's do this experiment. Let's post one single video every single day for 90 days on our YouTube channel and just see what happens. And I was like, yeah, that sounds really cool. And I was homeschooling. So I told my kids about it and they were like, we want to do it too. So we did it as like a homeschooling unit study. And so we ended up posting 3 videos every single day for 90 days. Now, Jason admitted later that nobody else actually stuck to the 90 days. They gave up long before then. We were the only family and 3 of us who actually consistently did this for 90 days. Like, even during when we went away camping and we had no internet, I found a way to upload our videos. It was crazy. I'm like with my phone trying to get, hotspot, but we did it. And it changed what happened on my channel. We literally had videos from, cake decorating, teaching children about money, but my kids had videos on, Minecraft and Barbie and all over the place. However, even though we had all these different niches, we were very consistent about posting videos about those niches. So there were roughly about 6 or 7 different niches we were posting, and we kept posting about those 6 or 7 niches. And the algorithm noticed, and it started to traction and propel my videos. And I looked at my ad revenue, and for that one video, the how to bake a cake video, it was now earning about $20 a month. And I was blown away because I thought, oh my gosh, it cost me $20 to make the cake, and it's literally paying me $20, 100% ROI every single month after that, continuously, very consistently, as you can see, for a couple of years straight. So huge, beautiful ROI investment, right? From an entrepreneur's perspective. So my brain after my coma was like, well, I just need to do more of those. But of course, I had no idea what I'd done right, what I didn't do right. And so then the coma, right? Everything was down, but I was told I couldn't work. So what was I going to do? Well, I physically didn't have the ability to work. So I decided to study. I spent my rehab time studying. I learned everything I could learn about SEO. I still wasn't really posting new videos, but I was going back to my old videos and I was redoing the titles and the thumbnails and the descriptions and the tags and the comments. And I was really learning what YouTube SEO I needed to do. Like, what did I unintentionally, accidentally done correctly with, for example, that how to bake a cake video that went completely viral on me. Like, literally, it has almost 7 million views now, right? And I knew that I had done it accidentally because I still had like 200 other videos that weren't doing anything and only a handful that were naturally ranking. And like I had mentioned earlier, I'm kind of logical. So when I uploaded that video, how to bake a cake, I called it literally how to bake a cake. I should have probably called it vanilla sponge cake or lemon sponge cake, more accurately than just how to bake a cake. I didn't realize I'd accidentally hit on a topic that a lot of people were searching. They just wanted to know how to bake a cake, and they really didn't care what cake it was. And so I did a lot of testing. It became my guinea pig to learn, well, what actually does matter. And I'm going to dive into what matters today for you so that you can use it when you're building out your evergreen YouTube funnels to sell your own products or services, or even affiliate products or services. So you can see how in the graph here, it goes up and down, up and down. And I apologize that it's a bit smaller on your screen. Hopefully you'll be able to make the video larger until I figure out how to let StreamYard let me make it larger. And anyway, we'll figure that out. And you can see that it goes up and down, up and down. As I would test a thumbnail, it would drop and then it would build. Test a title, it would drop and then it would build, and so on and so on and so on. And you can see it just kept climbing, 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 but you can see the testing in between. And then you can see that really high point. Guess what that was? COVID hit. Well, guess what? Nobody could go out and buy a cake for birthdays, anniversaries, weddings, whatever, right? So they suddenly had to buy a cake or know how to make their own cake. And so my video went crazy. That one video was consistently earning like $300 to $400 every single month, just in ad revenue, let alone, the other things that you can do with your videos, like affiliate sales, your own product sales, right? just in ad revenue, it was earning like, what is that, 4,000 or 1,000% of the investment, or actually more than that, 2,000%, right? It was crazy. But it gave me a ton of hope because, again, I was still struggling. Like, I'm literally still struggling every day. So it's just, it's always there. I just don't have the energy to do what I know my brain can do, right? And so I was just like, this is amazing. And it totally changed my mission. I was like, I need to teach this to other people because I am pretty sure I'm not the only person in the world that had life decide to sweep its way in and go, no, we're going to change things. We're going to do this instead, right? Have you ever had to pivot? If you have, let me know in the comments. I would love to know what you had to pivot from, right? So I changed my focus to teaching SEO and business and online business. And that made my channel's views go down because, of course, all these cake videos had made it go up. And by changing that perspective, all these people interested in cakes were like, why are you doing videos on online business and, tools to run your websites and YouTube SEO? They couldn't understand. So they would unsubscribe or they would just not watch my new videos, which triggered the algorithm to go, people don't like it. And it wasn't that they don't like it. It was the wrong audience, right? So I started to rebuild. And then you can see now the growth is coming up. Now, do I expect to get those millions of views? Honestly, I don't care because I've noticed something else I'm going to show you in a moment, how viral views can actually hurt your channel, like it did for mine, and how very specific, intentionally created videos with just a couple hundred views can make some serious income for you. And that's what I'm going to share. So what do you think so far? Let me know in the comments. Is this exciting? I really hope you're resonating with this and seeing the potential of what's happening. Now, the cool thing is, so here are a couple of screenshots of my videos ranking, and they still rank in the top positions, like 1, 2, 3 positions on YouTube and Google for free, right? And here are some screenshots, just a couple of them to show you, even though my niches are all over the place as far as my channel is concerned. Isn't that cool to think that I learned strong enough strategies that even if, and I wouldn't recommend, your channel was all over the place, if you consistently do these things, you will still rank, right? So I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm going to just focus on the one main niche. And if I want to grow the other niches later, I'll probably move them to a separate channel. Just with my lungs, I don't have the energy to do more than one at the moment. And this is my focus. I want to make a huge difference for you. But this doesn't just work for me. So I had one of my very earliest students, Connor Hebel, be my first guinea pig. This is Connor. He started his own business when he was 13 years old. He suffered a lot of autoimmune issues as a child, or he still struggles with them. And he found that healing through food and specifically using microgreens made such a difference for him. Like literally at a stage when he was young, he couldn't even wear clothes because it hurt so much, right? He couldn't go to school, obviously, because of this issue. And so he felt very alone. And it was the microgreens that gave him back his health. And he started this business showing other people how to grow microgreens and heal themselves. So this is Connor's channel. I'm so proud of everything he's done. He's tremendously incredible student, definitely a star student. And so he began by selling fresh microgreens to stores and at farmers markets. And then his mother reminded him that his actual mission was to help people be self-sufficient and to save money on their groceries because COVID had a huge impact as well. Things were off the shelves, things were crazy expensive. And so he switched gears and he started selling the microgreen kits and teaching other people how to grow their own microgreens. And then he sold the seeds and the soil to grow them as well. And so then I told him, well, let's get you set up on YouTube so that you can start building out your own evergreen YouTube marketing funnel to attract your perfect leads who will want your kits and your seed refills and nurture them and convert them into really excited hot buyers who become his raving fans and promote his kits and his seeds and refills for him. And the really cool side effect is that he naturally became an authority for microgreens on YouTube. And his mom was helping him apply to different business grants because he wanted to get the plastics out of his packaging and, reduce the footprint his business was leaving on the earth, because he wanted to be more eco-friendly. So he started applying for these different grants. And it was because of his YouTube presence that he actually won a bunch, like a couple of grants, but also got some brand deals, or not brand deals, but oh my gosh, see, this is where my brain is not braining again. I always like to say that. So he got the National FedEx Small Business Grant to help him reduce the plastics in his packaging. And he caught Petco's attention and it started opening doors for collaborations. That was what I was looking for, collaborations. He has been asked as a speaker, as an entrepreneur motivator for all these different companies as well. And I'm just so proud of everything he's done. And he accredits a huge part of that to his YouTube presence because it naturally created authority. I'm going to share in a little while what happened to my daughter and how it affected one of my school friends. My daughter's channel actually gave her a book deal. It's really cool. So I will share that in a little bit. So after I tested with Connor, so you can see him ranking all over the place for everything microgreens, for humans, for pets, for cats and reptiles, I opened up my first round of beta students. So I tested it on myself. I tested it on my kids' channels. Connor was my very first alpha student. And then I opened the doors this past year to my first ever beta students. This is Paul Briley, and his company is Medfire Media. He helps with online reputation management for health doctors, or for massage therapists and chiropractors, and for the health industry, right? So this is his channel. And so he had tried again and again and again. He had invested in this program and that program, but he could never really find the motivation to stick and get it done. There was something missing. It just wasn't working for him. So he finally found the approach that was going to simplify things, remind him that perfect is not done. Get the funnel up, get it driving leads, and then refine and make it beautiful later. And so that shift, he ended up filming and editing and releasing his 10-part series. He says, I realized I didn't need to be perfect. I just needed to start. And just to remind you of what Connor said here, what used to take me hours, this is important. So when he was at the farmers markets and trying to get people to understand why they should get microgreens and the kids, he would spend about 15, 20 minutes with each individual person, just educating them on it before they would even be interested in potentially buying. So he said, what used to take me hours explaining in person now happens automatically through his YouTube funnels, even while I rest. So I wanted to share that because that's really important. And so with Paul, it was more, I just needed to not focus on being perfect, just getting it done. And so here are some of Paul's videos and their top rankings. And then this is Tuhi, and I love her. She is such a rock star. She just really, as soon as she got into my program, she just really went for it. And she got her funnel up and running within, I think, about 2 weeks. So she's absolutely a rock star. This is her channel. Now, Tui saw that a few people were seeing or engaging in her videos. So what she does is she helps Vietnamese learn English as a second language. So that is her niche. And she wanted her channel to look professional, but more importantly, reach those perfect customers, right? So by focusing on clarity and structure, she began to create faster. And she decided to not worry so much about perfect, right? Just get in there, get it done, get the SEO set up, use those little tweaks for engagement, warm up her clients into perfect customers, people that she would enjoy working with and who wouldn't just drain her energy. She said, I don't have to overthink it anymore. I just follow the steps, create, and keep going. And she sure does. And here are some of her videos that are ranking for her as well. So you don't even have to do this in English. This can be in any language. Then we've got Donna, who is a dear friend of mine and one of my internet marketing mentors from way back. And she has shifted from internet marketing to art, which is her passion. So she's going from hobbyist to pro, and she's bringing her viewers along the way. And so she wanted to start a new YouTube channel. She didn't yet have a product in mind of what she wanted to sell, but she knew that if she wanted to start a YouTube presence, then she should be intentional about how to do it so that she would attract the perfect leads into her channel. So that when she's ready with her product or her service, which she's still refining and working on, she'd have a group of her own tribe who would be ready and excited to join her on whatever that path is. She says, every morning my subscriber count ticks up and I can't wait to see where I'll be a year from now. And here are a bunch. She's got a ton of videos ranking in the top search results on YouTube and on Google. Now, why do you rank on YouTube and on Google? So Google actually owns YouTube. And so think about it. If you owned YouTube and you were a search engine and people were searching for things and you knew people really enjoy getting videos to help them with whatever problem they're searching for, a solution for, then you're probably going to showcase your own videos where you earn ad revenue on, right? Rather than other people's videos like Vimeo or Wistia or whatever, right? So if you have a look, every time you do a search on Google, YouTube videos come to the top. And if you provide YouTube with what it wants, then it will promote your business for you. And when you get to the stage where you are approved for the ad revenue, think about this. You actually get paid to promote your business, like cherry on top, right? You can't get better than that. All right, so now that you've seen what is possible, let me show you exactly how this system works so that you can build your own evergreen funnel as well, right? If you're excited about this, let me know in the comments that you're excited about this. Let me just quickly check in and see if you are excited. Love Connor's story and looking forward to learning from you. That's awesome. Okay, great job. Okay, here we go. So today, I'm going to show you how to use my Evergreen YouTube Marketing Mastery Blueprint that I use for my videos, that my students use for their videos that get us ranking consistently and attracting perfect leads, warming them up into hot buyers. All right, so we're going to which I just literally simplified this slide for you. So the idea is we want to build real trust and connection with our viewers so they feel like they know us, they like us, and they trust us, and they just naturally want you to solve their problems. So they want to buy your product or service or the affiliate product that you're recommending because you've given them so much value. They know they can trust you. All right, so before I do, just some really quick housekeeping. Please put your phone on silent. Like, you're going to want to pay attention, but don't worry about taking notes. I've got something for you in a moment. I want you to give yourself the focused time to pay attention because we're going to dive deep here. All right, I'm going to show you the balancing act and how to do it. You'll see what I mean in a moment. I want you to stay engaged. Comment. Let me know what aha moments you're having, what questions you're having, and so on, because when you engage, you retain information like about, 100 times more. So do that, okay? Do that for yourself, and it is inspiring to encourage each other as well. All right, so again, don't worry about taking notes because I've got you covered. What I'm going to do for you is go through the presentation with me, really absorb, engage with me, and at the end, I will add in the comments the link to the blueprint for you so that you can just download it and then work with it, building your own evergreen funnel. Is that exciting? Would you like that? If you like that, type blueprint in the comments right now. Just let me know that you're looking forward to not having to take notes, not having to take screenshots. I've got it all for you, and I will put the link in the comments after our live stream today, okay? So who am I and why should you care? Now, I've already explained a little bit. As you know, I've been on YouTube for over 15 plus years, right? And before I was on YouTube, like I said, I was doing these two different businesses, fun cake decorating ideas and teaching children about money. It was actually my YouTube channel that got me noticed. I wasn't doing PR, but I was being asked on a lot of things. I still remember the day we were traveling. We were sitting in a motel room and my phone rang and I answered, and it was Radio Disney. And I literally was like, no, this is got to be a prank call, right? No, it was literally Radio Disney Seattle. They wanted to know if they could interview me on their radio station for their parents. Oh, sorry, hair in my eye. And I literally felt like I was going to fall off my chair. I was like, oh my gosh, Disney has noticed me. This is incredible. And it just started rolling from there. I was asked onto all kinds of parenting summits. Then I was asked to be a speaker at Durham College. I apologize again. I have a hair in my eye. Gotta love live streams, right? And so I went to do speaking engagements at Durham College for entrepreneurship. I was asked to be a speaker at a local workshop for teens, teaching teens how to be smart with their money. And I was asked by Costco if they could do a whole report. Like they did like a 2-page thing in their Costco Connections magazine for the Canadian edition. They said that their readership loved it so much that they asked permission to reprint it in their US magazine as well. And of course I was like, no, don't give me free advertising to my businesses, please, twist that rubber arm. Of course, yes, do it, right? And then I was on local TV, Rogers cable TV for morning shows and in newspapers. And it just blew me away that all of these things were happening because of my YouTube videos. Like this was crazy. Now this was happening before my coma. I was getting all this authority and these connections, but I still didn't understand what I had in my hands. I still didn't understand what I was doing until after my coma, when I started to learn. And I was like, oh my gosh, I've been missing this. So that's just a little bit about me, a mom of 2 kids who are now both adults, young adults. So look, if I can build a channel and target my perfect leads on autopilot, literally while fighting for my life in a coma, waking up as a severely disabled lung person, you can do this. Okay, you can do this. All right. So, and I already mentioned why YouTube, but I want to just go over it again very, very briefly. Again, it's free. And when you compare it to other social media platforms, YouTube is a search engine, right? Like I said, it's owned by Google, a search engine, which means people are coming to it searching for solutions, and you get to present your solution so they buy the solution through you, right? Whether it's your own product, service, or an affiliate product that you're promoting. And other social media, people go there for entertainment. They don't go there for solutions. They go there for connection and entertainment. And your posts actually just fall away and disappear in the feed. They're not searchable the way that YouTube is and the way that Google and other search engines are. And the really cool thing is when we use these strategies, you're going to rank not just on Google and YouTube. You're going to rank in AI searches. You're going to rank on searches like Bing or I can't think of the other one. My brain with the oxygen was actually going back to WebFerret. That shows my age. That's like the very first search engine ever. My cat is Abby is saying hello, and she's saying, meow, you can do this. So most businesses do focus on just social media marketing. They spend all this time on TikTok and on Instagram and on Reddit, and the list goes on and on. We use that social media as well, but we don't spend a ton of time on it. We use it to drive traffic to our YouTube because it's YouTube that is the powerhouse. So you're only focusing on YouTube and you're only touching on the others to get YouTube to really function for you. I will share more of how to do that in a moment. And so, yeah, like I said, everything clicked when I started to really dive in and figure out, well, what had I accidentally done right? And how could I now do it intentionally every single time? So it's a balancing act. It's a balance between YouTube SEO, all right? Both the YouTube SEO, the geeky techie stuff, but also the YouTube engagement so that you get the longer watch times, with making sure you're giving true value to your viewers, your perfect customers and leads, where they feel like they know, like, and trust you, and you're warming them up to that natural next step, which is buying your service, product, or affiliate product. You need to balance both. If you only do SEO, you're going to rank, but you're not going to make any money. And if you only focus on nurturing those leads, sure, those leads will convert. Unfortunately, nobody's going to find them, which means, again, you're not going to make any money. You need both, and they need to be equal. So I'm going to show you how to do both. I've got 2 steps for each side for you today. Again, you don't need to take notes. I will give you all of these later, so just really pay attention. As I teach you the different steps, I want you in the comments to actually share what you're learning. Like, oh, this aha moment. Oh, this thing I didn't think about. All right, help each other out that way. Okay, so the first side is balancing the algorithm and then balancing the leads. Okay, we're going to work on it in that direction. So it's a little bit slow here. There we go. Okay, so first we're going to give the algorithm what it needs, okay? We need the algorithm. So algorithm, if you're wondering what that is, it's just the engine behind the searches. So it can be the YouTube algorithm, it could be the Google algorithm, it could be the Facebook algorithm. It is just the techie part in the background that goes, oh, you're talking about how to bake a cake. That's what your focus is on. Let me find people that are looking for how to bake a cake and let me show it to them. That's what the algorithm does. So we give the algorithm the information it needs. And the first thing is we need to give it clarity. It needs to understand who is our perfect lead? Who is our perfect client? Who should I show these videos to? So we do that. We have to tell it that. And we use tools like vidIQ to see what are people actually searching for? How many people are searching for that each month? Because then we know, oh, a lot of people are searching for this. And then there are other places you can look as well. This is a tip I'm going to give you right now. You can go to YouTube and to Google, and in that search bar, you type in, so for example, my how to bake a cake, you would type in how to bake a cake, and then a drop down shows up, and it shows you the most searched for options. Google and YouTube already understand that if you're looking for how to bake a cake, you might be interested in how to bake a cake from scratch, or how to bake a cake at home, or how to bake a cake for beginners. It's going to show you the most searched for things. So if you don't want to spend any money on any research tools, you can actually just use YouTube and Google with the drop-down feature to figure out what are the most searched for key phrases. Those are called key phrases. And then you take it one step further. So then you do how to bake a cake space A, and then see what comes up. At home, for example, how to bake a cake B, for beginners, for example, how to bake a cake C, and so on. You go through the whole alphabet, all right, to help you figure out what are people actually searching for. And then you can use tools like vidIQ to see how many people are actually searching for it. All right, so that's what it is. We're going to first give the algorithm what it needs so it knows who to show your video to. Those key phrases are the things your perfect leads are typing in. So it knows, oh, I need to show it to those people. If that's making sense, then write, yes, that makes sense in the comments. Okay, let me just quickly check in with you. Blueprint, yes, excited. Perfect. All right, yes, and that makes sense. So we're giving it understanding who the perfect lead is. We're giving it long tail intent-based keywords. And we're going to structure our videos in a series of videos. Remember that challenge where I did one video every single day for 90 days? You do not need to do that. However, if you strategically use a video series, a playlist of related videos that all have how to bake a cake, your main key phrase as part of it, as a series, you're going to trigger the algorithm to realize not only is your video relevant to this person searching, your channel is the authority when it comes to this key phrase. And that's what we want. So we're strategically setting up playlists, okay? And we're building our videos around the real search intent. And then we're delivering what they're actually searching for. If you don't deliver what your thumbnail and your title promise, that is called clickbait, and it's just going to ruin your channel because they're going to drop off. and that will give the wrong cues to the algorithm. So the second part is engagement triggers. The algorithm prefers videos where people watch all the way through the end to videos where people just grab attention, then it drops off, like I just said with the clickbait, right? So we need to not only attract our perfect lead, we need to let them know right away they're in the right place, and we need to keep them watching all the way to the end. And we do that by doing little cues along the way. You can do things like 5 steps and then show each step so they have to go through, right? Or we can do open loops where you say, in a little bit, like my daughter, I said I was going to share how her channel actually helped another friend of ours get a book deal, right? It's authority building. So that is called an open loop. I told you about this thing that I will share with you in a little while. So it keeps you watching, because if that was interesting to you, you want to know, well, what happened and how can I do that, right? Always remember that it's from the perspective of your viewer. What is interesting to them? It's never about you. You use your story so you can relate to them, but it's always about your viewer. It's always about you when I'm doing a video. But when you're doing a video, it's all about me. You know what I mean? Not me, but like the viewer. If that makes sense, again, make sense in the comments. So the better that you serve the algorithm, the more the algorithm will serve you. So now that you understand the SEO side of it, so where would you put those key phrases, right? How do we do that? You want to put that in the title, in the description, in the tags. And yes, YouTube gurus out there will tell you tags don't matter. They are so wrong. It is there. YouTube didn't take it away. It is there for you to add, yet again, a place that shows what your video is about. Now, is it the end all? Of course not. It's about balancing all the different places. The title, the thumbnail, the description, the tags, in the comments, in your video. You want to keep repeating the same things, but in a way that makes sense for your reader and your viewer. All right? Otherwise, it just sounds like a robot and they're not going to pay attention. Okay, so then the next side is we need to give the leads what they need, right? So in order to build that know, like, and trust with your viewer, guess what you have to do? Actually, I would love for you to write in the comments right now, what do you need to do to get them to actually know, like, and trust you? I'll give you 1 second to figure that out while I take a quick breathing break here. Copy, Jeannie LD, makes sense for sure. Yes. All right, so see who can get it. What do you need to give your viewers in order to build know, like, and trust with your viewers? Let me see if I'll give you 10 more seconds to answer. Don't worry if you get it wrong. There are no wrongs, only learnings. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh, I think I got it in there. Okay, so value. We need to provide actual value to our leads, right? To our viewers. If we actually give them value, we actually give them the solution that they're looking for, they trust you. It's like, wow, you really helped me. We need to give value. We need to show up consistently. We need to share our story so they can relate. How does it relate? We are emotional beings. We want to understand that this person we're watching gets us. They've been through what we're going through. They understand it, right? So always being authentic, real. Don't worry if your hair is out of place. Don't worry if you've got a pimple on your face. It's not the end of the world. What you're giving is the important part. All right. And you're going to focus again on helping, not selling. The selling becomes the natural next step when you help. So if you think of it this way, if you were searching for how to change a tire and you found this YouTuber who really made it so easy to understand, and they were also recommending their preferred tires that they like to use for the different reasons, maybe it balances better or has better traction, it's safer, maybe it's lighter for changing, whatever it is. When you get to the stage where you're like, I need new tires, this person who helped me learn how to change my tire also recommended these tires. Let me go check and see which ones they are. And if that person then has a link to those tires, first of all, it makes it easy for the viewer, right? Because it's just right there. But secondly, they don't care. Actually, they're quite happy that creator will earn a percentage off the tire because they're like, it doesn't cost me any different, right? The company's just going to give them a commission, but I'm going to be supporting them and they supported me. It's reciprocity. You want to give back. Like if you have somebody come for dinner and they just give you a gift, it feels great, but now you kind of feel like you better give them a really good dinner to make up for it, right? We always want to give back. And let your personality shine. Stop hiding yourself thinking you're not perfect. You are perfect just as you are. The more relatable you are, the better your conversions will be because your perfect leads are going to see you are a real person. Shocking. I know. We want to learn from people that we actually know, like, and trust and who are real people, right? So the second part of nurturing your lead is we need to inspire the conversion, right? So we're going to use soft, assumptive language throughout our videos. We want to assume that they're going to take action. So with that tire example, you'd be like, you're fixing your tire, you have to do this. And she says, do this and do that. And then it's like, and as soon as your tire, gets down to this height, you want to make sure you replace your tire or else it's not easy for you. So I know that, safety is clearly important to you, as important to you as it is to me. This is the one I recommend. So she's assuming that you agree, right? And assuming that when you're ready, you're going to do this thing, right? So you want to use assumptive language rather than, if you want this thing or if you're ready for this thing. Actually, ready is not too bad, but you want to make sure that you are just assuming they want it. That helps with the trigger. A really great example of this actually is people always go into goal setting at the beginning of the year, right? And a lot of people focus on, I want to lose weight. Well, guess what your brain goes? It goes, oh, we lost weight. We better find it, right? But if we assumptively say, this year, I am healthy, I am in the best shape of my life, then suddenly our brains are like, yeah, oh, I guess I better make that actually real. Maybe I should eat better. Maybe I should move more, right? So that's how our brains work. So if we as marketers use assumptive language, assumptive, positive, present tense languages, so not future pacing, not like, in 5 years when you need this. No. Right now, right? So that's the point I wanted to share there. I do apologize. Give me 1 second here. And again, this is me just being authentic. I clearly needed to cough and use my salt inhaler. It honestly works better for me than any medicine ever could at clearing my lungs. But that's just a side note. All right. So every video needs to be like a conversation. When you create your videos, speak to one person, your perfect avatar, your perfect customer. Don't speak to everybody. Don't say things like, hey guys, because when you watch a video and they say, hey guys, how y'all doing? Then it's like, oh, well, they're inclusive. It's a tribe, but they're not talking specifically to me. I want to talk specifically to you. I want you to talk specifically to your perfect lead. Does that make sense? So that you feel heard. Sure, there are more people on this training right now. However, what I'm doing right now is only focused on you because you know you can build this. Does that make sense? All right. We're going to let the funnel, the playlist series, actually do the nurturing for you so that the sale becomes the next natural step. This is what your funnel looks like. It's really simple. We have a YouTube series that attracts our perfect customers, nurtures them into hot leads. We give them some sort of call to action, sending them to either an opt-in page or a sales page or an affiliate product. We give them a thank you page, which then again has another related offer. So if it was a free opt-in, like opt-in for this series. So this is really cool. This is something I learned from my friend and mentor, Paul Murphy. Until I heard this from him, I was creating lead magnets. So I was creating gifts that I would give in exchange for an email address. So like a checklist or an ebook or a video presentation in exchange for an email address so that I could mail them, right? He brought it to my attention. Did you know you can actually get people to sign up for your YouTube videos, even though they could find your YouTube videos on YouTube. Interesting, right? At first I was like, no way. Why would people want to sign up for videos they could just watch on my channel or search for? Because, and it makes sense. I've tested this over the years and it still boggles my mind that this actually works. You're making it easy for them. If you create a series, a 10-part series, a playlist, all based around changing that tire, maybe first you break it into sections. We'll do an example in a minute, and I'll give you an idea of how you could structure your playlist. And so they opt in to receive this playlist, and you frame it that you're going to send them one video every single day for the length of the playlist. So let's say 10 days, right? Then they'll opt in for it because it's convenience. They don't have to go searching for it, hopefully finding the right one, but not knowing if they are going to. They just know, she's going to send it to me every day. I'll just go watch the video, done. It's ease, but it's an opportunity, because did you know that it takes roughly 7 touch points before somebody is even considering to buy something through you? So what if you could have a touch point in your video, in your email? You can even embed your video on your own page or on your blog, so you can have a soft call to action right underneath related to the video, right? On your thank you pages. And then you get multiple touch points over this period of days. You'll have way more than 7 touch points, and the likelihood of conversions goes up drastically. It blew me away, and I'm so forever grateful to Paul for pointing that out to me, because that's so much easier. If you're building your marketing funnel anyway, it may as well be your lead magnet. So it's really cool. And that then converts into your sales or your affiliate commissions. It doesn't have to be complicated. Keep things simple. Get the conversions. Make that positive change in your perfect customer's life, and they will promote for you, and YouTube will promote for you, and Google will promote for you. It's like this never-ending flywheel of evergreenness. It's amazing. So I told you that you don't necessarily want your videos to go viral, right? Like I told you, my How to Bake a Cake video has almost 7 million views. Like, how crazy is that? It's insane. But what did it do to my channel? It completely skewed the algorithm, thinking all my videos are about baking and decorating cakes, which they are not. Actually, the majority are about teaching kids about money and online business and mindset, not cakes. But because of that video, the algorithm thought, oh, that's who your market is, right? And that's why I recommend, from my own experience, have one niche on one channel. If you need to broaden out, start another channel. And like I said, that's my intention over time, is to eventually set channels for the other ones. In the meantime, I'm simply not focusing on them, and it's recalibrating the algorithm for me to my perfect videos, for my perfect leads, so I can help you, right? I want to help you so that you're prepared no matter what life throws at you. So going viral can actually hurt your channel because it just slows your progress dramatically. So take a look at this. I want to show you an example. So this is the How to Bake a Cake video. At this time in this screenshot, I had 6.2 million views on it. It had earned over $10,000 in ad revenue, which sounds amazing. One video that cost me $20 made over $10,000, which is absolutely amazing. It is incredible. And then you think, it took 15 years to get there. That's probably not something I can rely on as consistent income for my family to support us, right? But it's cool, but I'd have to make a lot of videos to do this and hope and pray that maybe they'll go viral and do this as well. So I wanted to show this because I'm going to compare this accidental video to an intentional video I just did a few months ago. All right, this one. When I got to 233 views, yes, the screenshot says 260 because I took it a couple of days later. But when I reached 233 views on this particular video, which was a review video for an affiliate product, I sent, out of those 233 views, 84 unique people over to the offer, and 11 of them bought. It converted. I earned $1,306.80 on this review video, and with only 233 views, right? If you do the math, this is a much better ROI, which I'll show you in a moment. I even tested this. I'm like, wow, this converts so well. Let me set it as a YouTube ad and just see if it still converts, right? And it jacked it up to like over 20,000 views, right? As ads tend to do. But it made 12 more sales, and that was just in 3 days. And so I made another $1,400 in affiliate commissions. I spent $100 on ads when I did that. And I'm not recommending YouTube ads. This is a strategy that we teach inside in order to just kind of boost your video, get it to trigger the algorithm, and then stop and just let the algorithm take over. And again, it's completely optional, but it was totally worth it in this case because this video alone made $2,700 with, well, it'll be 20,233 views because the ads give you a lot more views, but they're not nearly as targeted and perfect as the organic ones, which is what I really want to share with you. So here's the comparison side by side. So the one video had over 6 million views, whereas the intentional one had 233, right? The ad revenue on the viral video was over $10,000, but over 15 plus years. And the intentional video made $4.23 in just a couple, 233 views, right? So if you look at that, it's much better math. I made some product sales from the viral video. I sold roughly about 28 of my ebooks that I sold for $29 each. I made some affiliate commissions, not much, like $120 over 15 years, right? I really wasn't focused on using that video as a marketing tool. And so I never did dive into that and take advantage of it. So roughly about $11,000 over 15 years, which means each individual viewer was worth less than 1 penny per view. Less than a penny per view, right? Whereas the intentional video, I made, I'm not even going to worry about the ads part of it because, again, even though it happened to work on this, it's not something I recommend as a out of the gate thing. Just with the organic, each video viewer was worth $5.61 instead of less than a penny. The ROI is like 3,100 times more than the viral video. And so that's why when you realize you don't need a lot of views. Now, if you have an intentional video that converts really well, and then you get a lot of perfect views, that's awesome, right? That's what we work towards. Isn't that crazy? So I want you to write, wow, in the comments if you thought, oh my gosh, that's insane, which it totally is. So much value here. Oh, thank you. Yep, for them feel seen. You talk to them. Yes, exactly. Makes sense. Perfect. Okay, so let's continue on. This is what you've learned so far. We're not done yet, okay? So YouTube is the most powerful evergreen YouTube marketing or traffic source. It just is in the world, right? It's owned by the largest search engine. When you pair it with the right funnel, it does keep working for you 24/7, whether you're in a coma or not. Not that I recommend a coma, just saying. You don't need to be techie. You don't need to be famous. You don't have to have a big following for this to work. You just need a system that works. And it's systematized so it's not taking a ton of your time, right? You want to set it and forget it. Set it and forget it and have it work for you. That is the key. And that is the system that you build when you use an evergreen YouTube marketing funnel like this. So I hope that so far you are realizing that your evergreen funnel will give you freedom and consistency and the results that compound over time, okay? But what if we could build it and convert it 24/7, automated, faster? I was so excited at the end of 2019 when AI came on the scene. 2022. I was mixing up my times. When it came on the scene because, to be honest, I was still struggling. Sure, I was learning a lot. I was absolutely learning a lot in my years of recovery after my coma. I just physically can't do as much. Like doing this live stream today means tomorrow I can't do anything. Tonight I'm just going to be sitting on the couch with my feet up. It just is. It's just my reality. So I have to be very intentional about the work I do. But there's so much I wanted to put into place, and I just can't do it all. I used to be able to do it all within a couple of hours. Now it would take me weeks to get the same amount of work done. And I dipped into a really deep depression. I honestly had many moments when I'm just like, why am I even still here? Like, why? I can't help people. I can't serve. I can't physically do all this. Obviously, I wanted to be here for my children, but I was struggling. And when AI came on, it was like this gift from God, literally. Here, I know you're struggling. I know you want to help. Let me help you help them. And I learned how to train AI. I was like, this is it. This is my virtual assistant that I don't even have to pay much for. It's pennies that I pay for. It can get to know me. It can know my business. It can know my perfect lead. It can nurture you. And it can save me all this time, all the copy, all the sales pages, all the webinar slides, like all this time scripting out my videos, but keeping it to what I know works, right? Not just randomly grabbing this or that. I learned how to train it so it would work using what I knew worked, but give me some time freedom. And so I'm really excited because I'm going to show you, we're going to dive in. I'm going to do a demo and I'm going to show you what this does. This is going to just absolutely blow your mind. AI literally gave me back strength so I could follow my mission and actually be here to help you. Otherwise, I would have been years away still from this. So, okay, what we're going to do is I've got my Evergreen playlist funnel planner open here, and you should be able to see it. I just switched tabs, just make sure. Yes, you can see it. Wow, definitely learning new stuff. Yay! I love that. And yeah, I hope it's large enough that you can see it okay. I'm just going to grab some information here. So this is what's called a custom GPT. So what that is, ChatGPT has this platform that you see right now where you can talk to AI and you can get it to work for you. However, it's just using random information it has learned for like a ton of different things that are out there on the internet. It doesn't know your specific strategy. So I created what is called a custom GPT, which you can do inside of ChatGPT, where I literally gave it a very specific prompt. I want to create this. It needs to do this. It needs to follow this pattern. I learned a lot from Jeff Walker, for example, about structuring how to keep people watching one video to the next. I put all these things into it, all these little things that would make the SEO happy, make the viewer happy. And I programmed this GPT. So now I just use this if I want to map out my next funnel. This is what my students use to just map out their next funnel. And I want to show you how much time this saves, but more importantly, how really good it is at it. And then you can work with it. So it's your virtual assistant who's always going to pat you on the back. It's very positive, but it will do what you want it to do when you structure it right. So what we're going to do with this one, the Evergreen Playlist Funnel Planner quickly creates a 10-part YouTube series outline that blends SEO with engagement to build the funnel. So we're just going to click start. And I'm just going to have a sip of my tea while it comes up. It needs two things from me. What is the main niche key phrase that you want to rank for? And it gives you an example: email marketing, AI for teachers, fitness for busy moms. And what product or course or program do you want the series to lead into? So for example, a coaching program, an online course, a template pack, etc. So what I've done is I've first created an avatar of who my perfect lead is, because this will do better if it knows who to target. I've given it a main key phrase. I'm just going to show you these in a minute. I've told it what product is being offered, and I've given it the call to action specifically that I want. So let me pop this in here, and then I can show it to you. So I'm saying the avatar is a burned out business coach who's great at what she does, but is struggling to attract consistent high quality clients without having to post daily or live on social media. The key phrase is how to get coaching clients without burnout. The product being offered is a premium coaching program that helps clients consistently book ideal clients using a sustainable system without relying on hustle, daily posting, or burnout. And the call to action for this particular series is to book a free strategy call to see if the program is the right fit and to map out their client attention plan. So I'm going to press enter and give that. So I put it in there for them. Perfect. Here is your binge-worthy 10-part YouTube series built specifically for your burned out business coach avatar, your main key phrase, and your premium coaching program. Look at this. It has mapped out the entire video series, like it's almost finished in a couple of seconds, right? We're going to read through these and you can see how strong this is. So I'll just let it finish generating and boom. Okay, so now let's have a look at what it popped out. And again, you would adjust because depending on your product or service or the affiliate product that you're doing, you're going to know other little nuanced things. So you can be more specific. I kept this fairly general just to show you what it could do. And then you work with it to make it do exactly what makes sense for you. Your business really leads them up to the sale, right? So video 1. Why posting every day isn't getting you clients and what actually does. And then the series is called How to Get Coaching Clients Without Burnout. So this is the very first video in the series. So there's no previous video to refer to. The current problem is coaches think visibility equals posting endlessly, yet still get inconsistent clients, right? That's their struggle. The solution that you share in this video is you reveal the real cause. It's a lack of predictable, sustainable client attraction system. And then you actually give them and you would lay it out in the video what those things are, right? What they need to do. So you're giving true value. Then you naturally show them that once they've got this in order, there is now the next problem. Like, for example, if you had no money, your problem is you have no money and you need money. Once you get money, you have a next problem. What do you do with this money, right? So there's always a next problem, even if it's a really good problem, right? And so we want to touch on that. Something I learned from Jeff Walker, because it primes them to want to watch the next video. And when people keep coming back to watch more videos, YouTube is like, wow, not only do people like your videos, you keep people on the platform, which means YouTube and Google get to earn more ad revenue, right? It makes them happy and they want to promote even more for you. So we say, okay, so what does a sustainable client attraction system actually look like? I'm going to share that in the next video, right? And then the second video is the simple client attraction system burned out coaches are missing. And then we repeat the series name because that's helping with the SEO. So previously we identified that posting daily isn't the answer. And your problem is no clear structure for attracting ideal clients consistently. So let's break that down. The 3 core components of a sustainable system are messaging, traffic, nurturing, right? We would give obviously a deeper piece for each of those. But how do I stand out when the coaching space feels saturated, right? So then in the third video, how to stand out in a saturated coaching market with magnetic messaging, right? And then the fourth video, where your ideal clients are actually coming from. It's not social media. And then we would talk about that. And then the next video, how to turn cold traffic into warm, ready to talk coaching leads, right? And then the next problem is, but how do I get them to actually onto actual sales calls without feeling pushy, right? I'm sure we can relate. So video 6, effortless call booking, how to fill your calendar without chasing people, right? Okay, but what do I even say on the call, right? Video 7, the stress-free enrollment call framework for premium coaching clients. Okay, great, but how do I deliver results without burning myself out once the clients join? How to deliver incredible client results without overworking. Are you seeing how this would be a natural flow for your lead to want to know the next stage, They're building more and more trust with you. They're really liking you. They really value you because they know you value them. You're giving so much. It's all leading them up closer and closer and closer to wanting to work with you. And they can choose to work with you in any of these videos. And if they find the video in any order, it will automatically, because your opt-in will bring them to the first one in the series. Isn't that cool? So the next one here, how do I keep clients coming back in predictable month after month? Create predictable monthly client flow without hustle, right? And then what does this whole system look like when it's running smoothly? Your burnout-free coaching business blueprint, putting it all together. And then, of course, the next problem leads them to the solution, which is buying your thing, right? Invite them to take the next step, to implement it with support. You've given them what they need to do, and now you can hold their hand and show them exactly how to do it. So isn't that cool? If you thought that was really exciting, and this was a very generic one, imagine what a very specific one would look like. All right, so I'll continue on, but I do want to just see, wow, yes, I know, it's pretty cool. Okay, so next. Okay, can you actually see this working for you? Can you see how by putting your own funnel to place, it can work for you on autopilot? If you can, in the description, I want you to say, yes, I can see how this could work for me and my business too. Sorry, I know I'm shaking the camera here. Yes, I see it working for me. You see your funnel, will be mapped out nice and easy with AI, right? Your series will be live 24/7, working for you automatically on autopilot while you sleep, not recovering from a coma, just saying. You'll be attracting your perfect lead clients. Sales will be rolling in. You'll feel the momentum finally. But how do you get it all done and not do it all alone, right? Just fair. So, okay, let's imagine for a moment, okay? What if you set up an Evergreen YouTube funnel and every month you attracted just 3,000 targeted views to your video? And that's totally doable, okay? If just 10% of those viewers become warm leads through your series, that's 300 leads per month. But not just leads, like perfect fit leads per month, right? And then if just 5% of those perfect fit leads end up purchasing your program, your product, or the affiliate program that you're promoting, that's 15 new sales every month. And sorry, my brain is going. So 15 new sales. And if you were to sell a product that was just $197, that's $2,955 a month, right? Would that make a difference? Would that be cool? That's $3,500. $35,000, not $100 per year, just from one simple funnel. Totally doable. Now, let's imagine it wasn't just a $197 offer. Let's imagine it was a $997 offer, which is totally doable. All right. 5% of those same 300 perfect fit leads, 15 sales, right? That's $14,000, almost $15,000 a month. That's over $179,000 a year. What if your offer was actually $1,997 and it was still those 300 warmed up leads, 15 sales? That's almost $30,000 a month, right? That's over $350,000 a year. Would that make a difference? Would that give you more time freedom? Would that give you more time with your family and the ability to hire on people to take care of the tasks that you don't need to do, right? Like, would that make a difference in your life? If that would make a difference in your life, let me know in the comments that this is something powerful, because this is totally doable. Now, I do have a disclaimer, all right? These are just examples. I am not promising that you are going to make this amount. There's a lot involved, okay? It's not difficult, but you need to take action. You need to follow the system. You need to just push forward and do it, okay? So this is totally possible, but the exact amounts will depend on you and your situation, your niche, and such. I think you're clever enough to realize that this is not a specific example for you. Okay. In that case, though, even if we dialed it back to 15 buyers at $997 per product sale, right? So nearly $180,000 a year. Okay. What would that be worth for you? Right? If all it did was give you a clear funnel, works while you sleep, right? Saves you years of trial and effort, an error, finally gave you confidence in your marketing, wouldn't that be worth it? Right? If it was worth like, would that not be worth like $25,000 to you? Easy, right? Don't worry, not paying anything near that. All right, so if you'd like to not do it all year round, like today, I gave you the foundation. You know what you need to do now, right? And at the end of this, I will upload the blueprint for you so you know what you need to do. If you don't want to do it all alone, or you want to do it faster, you want to make sure it converts better, then would it be okay if I show you what I have in my coaching program? Let me know in the comments if you're okay to let me show you what I have in the coaching program. Yes, thank you. All right, so I've taken everything that I've shown you today and I've compressed it into a very easy to follow system for you. It's an 8-week program. It's 8 modules, so it depends on your time frame. You can do it in 8 weeks, you can do it in 8 days. All right, I did it so that it would be in your timeline. And that way you've got no more guessing. You've got no more burnout, which is huge, 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 huge. And you're not doing it all alone. Because if you're anything like me, us entrepreneurs, we're kind of a small community. And usually the people around us are not like-minded, and they mean really well when they say, "Are you sure you want to do that?" Right? You need to be surrounded by people who get you. And that's why I put this together. You've got the vision. Now let's just build your evergreen YouTube funnel for you. So in module 1, you're going to map out your binge-worthy series, like what you saw we did today, only we're going to go specific into figuring out who your perfect lead is. We're going to master that. We're going to figure out, what are you offering? How are we going to warm them up? We're going to nurture out your whole series in module 1. You're going to identify your profitable niche. We're going to validate, make sure people are actually paying for things like that in the marketplace. You're going to learn how to find the high search keywords for your specific funnel, especially the ones with low competition, so you can swoop right in there and grab those. We're going to structure it so it's bingeable, like a Netflix series where people want the next video, using that strategy I was sharing, right? So that you build trust and it's just a natural next step for them to buy from you. We're going to avoid shiny object syndromes, right? And just focus on one system. I always tell my students, look, just focus. And this is from years of me going, oh, right? Just focus on one system, and then you can refine and change and add to it. But get one up and running, get one up and earning, and then make it your own. Is that fair? Look, I've done all the hard work for you. Just use it. Okay. You're going to walk away from this with your whole 10-part series mapped out. Then in module 2, we're going to build your ecosystem, which is going to help the algorithm really push your videos, okay? So that you rank your videos fast. And more importantly, so you reach those right people. You're going to turn your funnel into the lead machine across YouTube, emails, blogs, social media, but in such a way that it doesn't take a ton of your time. Our focus, again, is YouTube. We use those other pieces to drive more to YouTube so that it promotes for us, okay? So it's super, super simple and systemized for you. You're going to boost your rankings naturally with those backlinks. That's what it's called when you send traffic that's not yet on YouTube onto YouTube using your blog post or their email or those other social posts. Those are called backlinks, and it triggers the algorithm to go, wow, not only do people enjoy this video when we show it to them, this video, like this whole channel, brings people onto YouTube who weren't on there. And then it really gets happy with you and it wants to show your videos to even more people just like those people, because it's hoping that they're going to share and then get more people on. So it uses our videos as a way to market its platform. So we just find the happy balance between it. You're going to attract your perfect fit customers so they're not draining you. You look forward, you're excited to work with them every single day. You actually look forward to Mondays, right? You're no longer like, thank God it's Friday. You're like, thank God it's Monday, right? All right. And you're going to create your content so much faster using the AI that I've already mapped out how to use. Then in module 3, we're going to package everything. So you're going to learn how to do your titles and your thumbnails, because we need to focus on that first so that we can make sure when we create the video, we are satisfying that promise so that they trust us. It's huge. And we want the thumbnail to stop the scroll. We want the title to go, yes, that's what I need. That's what I'm looking for. They work together, and you're going to master that in module 3. Then in module 4, we're actually going to script out your entire videos, every single one of them, so that you have a whole series ready to upload, and it will really trigger the algorithm. But we're going to script it in such a way that we're going to build in hooks and calls to actions. You know how a lot of YouTubers will say, like, click, subscribe, share, comment, all at once. That's too much. That's too much. When you give people too many choices, they usually choose none because it's overwhelming. So I've strategically created a special template that you're going to follow, where we're going to satisfy that they know they're in the right place. We're going to open a loop, keep them watching all the way through the end. We're going to deliver tremendous value. We're going to slice in call to action, soft ones throughout the video. And then we're going to have all going to lead up to our main call to action. But we're going to make sure that we also grab those people at the beginning who don't have time to watch the whole thing. So I have the whole thing structured out for you. All you have to do is just put your topic in, put your experience in, and it will map it out for you. I'm going to teach you all of this, and you'll be able to literally draft scripts within a matter of minutes. In half an hour, you can have everything laid out so you can literally be ready to start recording. It's incredible. All right, and then in module 5, you're actually going to record, and I'm going to teach you how to record. We're going to go over lighting and mics and your background. And as you can see with the scratch on the wall here, it's not nearly as important as the value that you deliver. But I'm going to teach you how to actually talk to the camera. I'm going to show you how not to have to memorize an entire script, but how you can do it really easy to make editing super easy and fast, which is module 6. Actually, it's in module 5 as well, where I teach you how to edit really quickly as well. And then in module 6, we're going to upload the videos so that the algorithm is primed to rank our videos faster. There are certain things we need to do when we upload before we publish it live that make a tremendous difference, like things we do on the back end, even before we start the upload process. And then once we upload, there are things in there that we need to do to get everything ready. So when you hit publish, it already knows who to target. It already knows it needs to rank because it's already given the information that it knows this is going to be highly valuable. All right. And then in module 7, we're going to trigger that algorithm as soon as we publish. There are a couple of things that we need to do that'll trigger it and get that momentum going, because those first 24 hours are critical every time you upload a video. But the nice thing is it's such a simple system. You can literally finish all of that post video within like 30 minutes. So this is huge. This is one of the reasons why my videos always consistently rank and hold their rankings over time, because of what we do in that post-publish moment. All right. And then in module 8, we're going to launch your entire Evergreen funnel system. I'm going to show you how to batch keyword research. We're going to batch scripting. We're going to batch recording and editing so that you're not constantly having to write the next script, do the next recording, get your hair and makeup done. Although, as you can see, it's really not that important. And I want to make this system, I set it up intentionally so that this can cohesively slide right in with what you're doing with your business right now. It's not meant to add more work. It's meant to work alongside and then work for you. That is the purpose. So in module 8, we're going to dive deep into what I call my Throwback Thursday series and other tips that I have for you so that you have a system in place going forward. All right. Now, what if I can make building your Evergreen YouTube marketing system even easier for you? Like, I don't want you just seeing results. I do want you seeing results, but I don't want you just seeing results. I want you seeing them faster. I want them converting better for you. And I want you building loyal buyers, right? The ones who go out and they rave about your products. They bring in new leads for you. But I want you to do all of this with a lot less effort. That's particularly important to me as somebody who struggles daily with limited amounts of oxygen. And I'm sure you can hear it on my voice. So what I've done is I've created some exclusive bonuses for you so that we can get this moving faster and get your funnels up and working for you 24/7. So let's have a look here. Bonus number 1. You're going to get my quick start implementation plan. You're going to get fast track roadmap. It'll strip away any of the confusion, right? Or the overwhelm. So you know exactly what you need to do when, just to get started, get your funnel up and going. And it's focused on the exact steps that you need to do. I want you launching in the next couple of weeks, not months, right? I want your system up and running in just a couple of weeks, not months. Literally, you could do it in 1 week. If you really, we always already doing that, which is incredible, right? I want you building confidence faster. I want you seeing momentum right from the beginning. This is a value of at least $1,000. All right. Then bonus number 2. So I don't know if you're like me. Have you ever just looked at a blank string and went, I have no idea what I need to put on this page. I have no idea what to put in this email. I have no idea what this opt-in page should look like, or this sales page, or this, I've created templates for you. I love templates. I can take somebody else's tested and tried true template and then just drag and drop my own stuff into it and then tweak it a little bit to match my flair, my business branding and such. But the layout, the structure, the conversion is already there. So I've created that for you. I've got website templates for you. I've got email templates for you. I've got video script templates for you, thumbnail templates for you, so that you don't stare at a blank screen wondering what you need to do now. I want to make it super valuable for you. So I've got a ton of templates that you can literally just drag in and then use and modify based on your business, your brand, your voice, and just to get you rolling faster. So this is a value of $3,000, bringing us up to $4,000 worth that I want to help share with you today. So bonus number 3, because we're not finished, I do a weekly momentum call with every student, all right? With all of our students, we get together. You send in your questions that you have from the week, send in your templates, or not your templates, your thumbnails, your titles, your video scripts, send them in, your channels, even your opt-in pages, your website layout. I will review them live. I will also update you on new things that are working, changes in the industry. We get together every week live so that you feel like you're in the right place. You've got the support you need. You get the personal attention to help you build your funnel. And so that is easily a value of $7,000, letting you know exactly right step and you're never stuck, right? Then in bonus number 4, you need a place where you can communicate with like-minded individuals, where you can find collaboration partners, you can find joint venture partners, affiliate partners, a place where you're going to be encouraged and motivated, and you're not just surrounded by people going, are you sure you want to do that, right? Because like I said, as entrepreneurs, we're a very small little group of people, and we're often surrounded by people who just don't get us. They just don't understand what we're doing. They can't see the big picture. I totally get this because I have had it so many times when friends and family are like, are you sure that is going to work? You need to be in a community. And also, and this one's really important, you need accountability. You're making goals for yourself. Well, if you were to tell us in the group, this is the goal I'm setting for myself this week, how much more likely are you to actually achieve that goal, right? We need accountability, but we need accountability with people who get us, who understand that life happens, and who keep pushing us to keep going for our goals, right? So you're going to get access to that. And it's another backlink opportunity for you, because every week I'll send out a post and you can add your video links into that post, which provides another backlink to YouTube, which triggers the algorithm to want to promote your video even more. So I'm super excited. Easily a value of $5,000, bringing up the total value so far. You get the quick start funnel action plan. You get the Evergreen funnel templates. You get the weekly momentum calls and the private community, $16,000 value. But I'm not done. I'm not done because you also are going to get the Evergreen toolbox. Because where do you start? What tools should you use? What research products should you be using? What funnel builders should you be using? What kind of video equipment and so on? I have figured out over the years what works best for me, what works best for my students. And so I've put that all into the course for you so that at each stage you know exactly what the tool options are. And you can obviously choose any tool, but if you're not sure where to start, what to get, what to do, I've made it so that it's not only easy, it's the most affordable and the most effective tools. So you're going to get access to the entire toolbox for that as well. Easily a value of $1,000. So you're getting the funnel action plan, you're getting the templates, you're getting the momentum calls, the community, and the toolbox to get you started. Value of $17,000. But of course, I'm not finished because this is the one that makes me super, super excited for you. This is part of my whole mission as a person with a severe lung disability who knows how important our time is and our efforts are and our energy is, and how much we really need our message out in the world. We can really make a transformation for someone else. But sometimes we struggle to get it all done, right? When my body couldn't keep up with my mission, I needed to find a way that would. I wasn't going to just accept the fact that you'll never work again. That's not going to work for me, right? After my coma, during my long recovery, I knew what I needed to do, right? I'd spent months, literally years studying it, but I just didn't have the energy or the hours available to do it. My lung disability made simple work exhausting. I'm sure you can hear it on my voice. I'm getting quite exhausted, but I have so much energy for you that I push through anyway, right? This is important. Everything just takes so much longer than it used to for me. There were many days when I literally wondered if I was ever going to get anywhere at all and if I'd ever catch up. I felt so overwhelmed. I had systems, I had a strategy, but what I didn't have was the time and the energy to do it all. And then, like I said, AI came on the scene, and it has been such a godsend for me. It was like a lifeline. It was like, finally, I could clone myself, everything I've learned, and have my vision actually come to life, right? But I knew that if I could train AI to think like me and know my strategies and know my audience and know my processes, I could do the heavy lifting using AI. And more importantly, I could code it in such a way that it could do that for you too, right? So, as one of my absolute favorite things, I want you to imagine now if you didn't have to do it all yourself. You had your own personal AI virtual assistant who already knows your voice, your brand, your goals, right? Imagine it could do all the research for you. It could script out in your voice, could optimize all the SEO, could organize your entire YouTube funnel exactly the way that you would based on what you're learning and knowing works, right? Imagine it stayed current with every YouTube and AI update. You never had to fall behind again. This is huge. Imagine it worked around the clock, even while you sleep, building, reaching those perfect leads and converting them into sales automatically. That's what I built for myself, and I'm sharing it with you. And before I show you what it is, I'm going to take a sip of my tea because I'm losing my voice. All right. Bonus number 6. This is my custom Clever Dough AI. So Clever Dough is my brand. It's something I came up with way back when I was doing both raising the money smart kids, teaching them to be clever with their dough, and inspiring cake decorators to be clever with their, food dough. And so I came up with Clever Dough. Well, I want you to be clever with your dough when it comes to building your business, and clever with your time, and clever with your conversions. And so I've got Clever Dough AI, who is your personal evergreen virtual assistant. All right, already programmed in to know exactly how to structure everything so that your videos do all the heavy lifting for you. I affectionately call him Doughy AI. He's the main AI assistant inside there. Instantly generate video titles, scripts, thumbnails, tags, and organize them in the way that I know the algorithm prefers it. plan and build your YouTube series in minutes. Like you saw it, right? In minutes, not weeks. Write the emails and the posts and the blog posts and nurture your leads automatically. Stay current, again, with all the YouTube and AI updates so that you're always ahead of the game. You get to access my entire custom GPT library. I've currently got over 30 of them for all the different aspects of your YouTube funnel, And I am currently building my Clever Dough AI app, which you will get lifetime access to when you join today. Mike Filsame actually built the foundation of it for me. Give me 1 second here as I, again, lose my voice. Thank you. Now imagine you didn't have a lung issue and you could do all this without this extra bit. If I can do it with this, you can totally do this. So I'm building out the Clever Dough AI app, which is going to have all those GPTs inside it. But it's so cool because you're going to be able to take your business, the brain of your business, dump it inside the AI. You're going to be able to work on your funnel strategically, going from step by step by step, create all the copy, pop it all in. I am so excited for you to do this. You're going to start with the GPT library, and then you're going to get first access to the app, which I am going to be giving access to in January. So really, really soon. I'm super excited. It's going to save you hundreds of hours. It's going to give you more time to create and nurture and connect, and less time dealing with all the copywriting and all those other stuff that comes in the way of your time, right? We just want to get things up, running fast, converting the best they can. Easily a value of $3,000. So that brings, oh, and plus, okay, this is something I added in specifically for you. Remember that video I showed you with just 233 views? It already made $1,300. Do you remember that? I took that because it was based on a template I had. That is one of the GPTs you get access to. But I refined it specifically for affiliate reviews. It worked so well that I created a custom GPT just to replicate that. I did another review for product launch formula, and with 60 views, I'd already made a conversion for a product of $2,000 with just 60 views, right? It works. And so I've decided to add that into Dough AI, into the library, into the app for you, because even if you don't have a product right now to get started, you can get started with affiliate reviews. So I'm super excited about that. If you would like that, let me know. Yes, I am really happy to have that particular affiliate AI GPT included. So this is everything you get, over $20,000 worth. You're getting the Evergreen funnel action plan. You're getting the Evergreen funnel templates. You're getting the weekly momentum live training calls, your coaching. You're getting your private community access to nurture, connect other leads, get accountability. You're getting the toolbox. You're getting lifetime access to my Clever Dough AI app and the GPT library worth over $20,000. But do not worry, you are not paying anywhere near $20,000 for all of this. I want you getting your funnel set up in place. I want more positive case studies like the students I've already shown you. So I'm doing something super special for you today. You're not going to pay $15,000. You're not even going to pay $10,000. You're not even going to pay $5,000. When this program goes live, it's going to be $4,997. But don't worry, you are not going to pay that. You're not even going to pay $3,000, not even $2,500. This is what I've got for you. When you join during this webinar only, and I'll keep the replay up until Sunday evening, so you only have today until Sunday evening to join. But I only have 15 spots. So if you're wanting in, get it now, because those 15 spots are going to go quickly. I want to be able to work individually with you and to help you build out your funnel. And with my lungs, I just can't do more than that. All right. So it's a value of over $20,000. Are you ready? You could get started today for just one payment today of $347. and then 5 more payments of $347. Or if you want to save an extra $200, you can pay the one-time investment of just $1,997, and you get access to everything. You get the action plan, you get the funnel templates, you get the momentum calls, the community, you get the toolbox, and you get the AI virtual assistant that will do 90% of the work for you. So excited. Just head over to cleverdough.com/join, and you can grab your spot. Again, I'm only taking on 15 new students. So if you're ready to build your funnel now, and you know this is going to work for you on autopilot 24/7, regardless of what life throws at you, grab that right now. All right. And of course, your evergreen success is 100% guaranteed. You have 30 days to go through the entire thing. You're getting access to the entire thing right away. It's not getting drip fed over time. So you can go through the entire thing. And if it's not the right fit for you, or it's not working for you, simply email me at amanda@cleverdough.com. Ask for a refund, a full refund, no questions asked, no hassle, no worries, because I want you to take action and not let that be the stopping point, okay? You get 30 days to actually build your funnel, make your sales. It pays for the whole program itself. With just literally just 1 or 2 sales, you've paid this whole investment back. Don't worry though, I've got your back. Okay, so how this works, even if your schedule is packed, okay? I completely understand how busy life gets, which is why everything is fully on demand. You can watch the lessons at your own time. If you can't make the live momentum calls, you can send in your work for me to review during the live calls, and then you can watch the replay. You get lifetime access to the replays. So you can go back and you can learn from other people as well. You not only get the access going forward, you get the past year access as well. Every single call we've ever done. So you can go at your own pace, whether it's faster or slower or right on schedule with the 8 weeks. Totally works around your schedule. So I want you to have your funnel set up and in place on your time so that you have the time to spend with your family and friends and rest while your funnel works for you. All right. Now, what if you have no tech skills? And don't worry, I'm going to guide you step by step, because you're not alone, right? So many of my students have felt this way at every stage. I remember when my mom first writing her first novel, she was so afraid to do anything in the computer because she thought for sure she'd hit something wrong and she would just delete like the entire computer, right? So I totally get it. Don't worry, you don't need to have tech skills. That's why I've created the templates for you. That's why I've created all the prompts in Clever Dough AI and the checklists, and it's all copy and paste. And Doughy AI, our cute little AI, is going to guide you through the simplest ways of getting everything done without overwhelm. So don't worry, you're in good hands. Again, if you come across something, you send it in, we'll get it covered. It's all good. And if you need faster access, you just email me your question, okay? Now, you can succeed with or without being on camera. Did you know that? You don't actually have to be on camera to make this work. You can just use presentation slides. You can have voiceovers. You can use AI. We'll cover all of that in the course. You do not have to be on camera. If being on camera is what's holding you back, don't worry, because you don't actually have to be on camera. Now, what are the benefits of being on camera? Your perfect leads get to know you. If you are the face of your business, it is perfect because they get to really build that know, like, and trust with you. So if you're okay to be on camera, this is the jumping off point. This is when to do it. And remember, perfect's not done. It doesn't matter if your hair is sticking out, if you don't have makeup on, you've got pimples on your face. It does not matter if your lungs give out on you halfway through and you have to breathe through an inhaler, right? What matters is that you give value. And so whether or not you're on camera, don't let that stop you, right? This is the time for you to shine, to build your evergreen funnel. Flexible ways to make it fit your budget. Like I said, I've got 2 options for you. You can start today for just $347 and then 5 more payments of $347 and you're done. Or if you want to save an extra $200, then you can just take the one-time offer and invest just $1,997 and you get complete lifetime access plus the extra $200 savings on top of that. I want you to think about this. What does that relate to? Do you know that that is just $5 a day? That's like a cup of coffee. That's like a couple extra treats for your pet per day. And whether you choose the one-time offer or the payment plan, it's literally a 28 cents difference per day. So whatever's going to fit for you is totally fine. Do what's going to work for you. Just get in there and get your funnel going. Make your first sale. It'll cover most of your program. Get the second sale and you have it all covered, right? So I want you to think about that. What could you spend per day? So a cup of coffee. You could be going out and pumping your tires. I don't know. I can't think of them off the top of my head right now. But my point is, for $5 a day, only just for the first year. After that, no more, nothing else. That totally covers everything. Would that not be worth it? That is so much more worth it than a cup of coffee to me personally, even though coffee is really good at opening my lungs. All right. And then you'll have your funnel in place for you working 24/7 going forward while you rest, while you build, while you make positive transformations in the lives of your perfect leads. So you can start from zero, literally, and I'll help you build the right path, right? Like if you don't have a product or a service right now, you can use affiliate products. You can use this system to promote affiliate products until you know what product you want to build. If you have a product, you're good to go. We'll refine it. We'll make it so that it converts better for you. And so I'm super excited. So it doesn't matter if you're starting at zero. We will find out your niche. We will validate that there are people out there wanting to buy the solution you're offering, and we will figure out which products to do. It's all part of it. Okay. All right. And you know what? You are actually more ready than you think. You really are. Success doesn't have an age or a time limit. Think of Colonel Sanders, right? At just 65, he started his KFC franchise. He waited until he retired to build a business, right? My mom didn't start her first novel until well into her 60s. And now that she's in her 70s, she's written her second book. She didn't, do it in her 20s and 30s, but she didn't go, oh, I'm too old, I can't do it. And people love her books, right? So where you're at right now, I have students in this program who are in their late teens. I have students in this program who are over 80, right? In their 80s. It doesn't matter. If this is the right time for you, this is when you do it. Do it now, because honestly, if you don't change anything, nothing's going to change, right? And if it feels like I'm like pushing you, I am, because I know how valuable this is. I know how much of a difference this is going to make to your business life, to your personal life. And you owe this to yourself. Look, I'm still only taking on 15 students, whether it's you or someone else, doesn't matter. To me personally, I want this for you. So grab your spot so you're not waiting out. You'll have the support that you need every step of the way as well. If you have a valid, question that you need answered, you email me. We've got the weekly live coaching calls. If you can't attend the live, you can watch the replays. We work on this together. You can get input from the other students in our community. And of course, you get the backlink access as well. So again, this is everything you get, over $20,000 worth. Just in the bonuses alone, you can start today for just $347 and then 5 easy payments of $347 and then done. You've got it for lifetime. Or save an extra $200 and do the one-time investment of just $1,997 and you're in. But there are only 15 spots and I will be taking the replay down Sunday evening. Just go to cleverdough.com/join to grab your spot. All right, it's time to get a little bit real. Are you ready? So this is for you, right? Because is this for me or not, right? This is for you if you're an action taker, right? You're ready to follow a proven system and trust the process. If you're open-minded, you're willing to focus first and then make your own changes later once it's working. You're a solution finder. You're not just focusing on the problems, right? You take ownership. You find workarounds, right? You could never work again. I'm going to find a workaround, right? That's not going to work for me. So I'm going to find a workaround. And you don't give up. You don't look at mistakes as mistakes. You look at them as learning opportunities, all right? You're self-guided. I would love to be the person who pulls you along if that's what you need. I physically just can't. You need to be self-motivated, self-guided. But don't worry, by being in the community, you will get that energy from everyone else. You're an online coach, you're a course creator, you're an affiliate marketer, or you're just ready to step into an online business. and find the right offer, right? You're willing to test and to tweak and to learn, knowing that progress is better than perfection. I always tell my students, perfect is not done. Done is done, right? You encourage and you lift up other people, adding value while building your business. We're very selective about who we take in because I want to make sure that our community stays safe and empowered and encouraged. If you see yourself here, then you're exactly who I've designed this for. Now, this is not for you if you give up easily, you get stuck in excuses, or you need constant hand-holding because I just don't have the energy for that. You're stubborn or closed-minded, convinced you already know everything, then why are you even here, right? You chase get-rich-quick schemes. Look, this works, and it can be fairly fast, but it's not get-rich-quick over tonight. Like tomorrow morning, you're not a millionaire, okay? It does take work. It's nice and systemized and it's nice and quick, but it does take work. So I want you to come in with the right attitude. You have no clear direction. You aren't ready to choose one. Although we do have some tools inside that will help you refine your choices to make it easier for you. You resist feedback, right? Or you ghost on communities, or you drain the energy of others. We just can't have that, right? You're here only to take value and not to give any value. You're not open and kind to people who are different than you, right? We have all genders, we have all cultures, we have all different stages of life. We need a nice, supportive community. And but honestly, you wouldn't still be watching this live stream if any of this was you. So I'm really not too worried about you. All right, so in short, this is for you if you truly understand what you're building here is an evergreen system, one that keeps working for you 24/7 for years to come, right? You're willing to put in the effort now so that you can make that your reality come true, like your dream come true, right? And you know that you deserve this kind of success. Like if I could do this, you can totally do this. You deserve freedom and consistency and a business that keeps giving back while making an impact. If that resonates with you, you already know that this is for you. All right, so again, only during the webinar, you're going to get lifetime access to Clever Dough AI, that special GPT library and the app that I'm currently building. Mike Filsame helped me build the foundation of it, and I'm fine-tuning it specifically for our YouTube Evergreen system. I'm super excited. I literally gave my students a sneak peek at the inside of it just yesterday, and they were blown away with it. I'm planning to launch that in January. You get lifetime access to it. And in the meantime, you get the access to all the GPTs that are going to go into it. So you can get started right now. But once I've got my next lot of 15 students, that is going away. All right, in the new year, that is gone. Okay, so enrollment is closing. Like I said, God's willing, the tech gods willing, this will replay for you until Sunday night. It may not. I've had it many times when things don't record properly. So head over to cleverdough.com/join, secure your spot so that you are one of the 15 success stories that I get to talk about next year when I reopen enrollment, which won't be for a while. And again, you're getting lifetime access to Clever Dough AI. You can see all the details as far as AI credits and all of that go on the checkout page. So go to cleverdough.com/join. And again, this is everything you get: your fast action plan, your evergreen funnel templates, the momentum live weekly trainings, the private community, your toolbox of all the tools that you need, which again, I've found all the most affordable and the most effective ones for you, and lifetime access to Clever Dough AI, which I'm super excited for you to meet Doughy, and he's going to help transform your business. You can start today for just $347. And then 5 easy payments of $347. Or you can save an additional $200 and just go for the one-time access of $1,997. I am so excited. I can't wait to see you inside. If all this did was help your family or help your family get the safety and security they desire and need and deserve, right? If you could finally build your first evergreen funnel, would it be worth it? If it freed up more of your time, would it be worth it? If it attracted your perfect leads who become your dream clients who actually sell your products for you, would it be worth it? Then $347 today is a small investment. You can see there it says $197. That used to be monthly. You're getting a much better deal today. So you have three choices. You can do nothing, and you can stay exactly where you are right now. But you're probably here because you wanted to have some change, right? You can take what you learned today and then just do it all yourself. That's what I did. It took me over 15 years, but I got there. So if you have the time, you can do that, right? Or you can join a program and just follow a system that I've already put together for you that has not only worked for me, but my beta students already, and my current new enrollments are already taking action and seeing results. You can be one of the next 15 students and see yours having results too. So a year from now, you can either have a funnel in place that's working for you 24/7 or be exactly where you are right now. It's really that simple. All right, so join at cleverdough.com/join. Now it's your turn. Imagine yourself a year from now, okay? I just said this, but I want you to really pay attention. Imagine yourself sipping a cup of coffee in the morning with your spouse or with your favorite other person in the world, knowing that it's working for you on autopilot. This is your chance. And I can't wait to see you inside. Sorry, I'm losing my ability to think here, but thank you for being here. I will put the blueprint in the comments after the training. I need to make a couple adjustments. So grab your spot, then come back and I'll have the link in there for you once it has processed the video for you. Go to cleverdough.com/join. And I believe in you. I believe in you. And I believe in the impact that your voice can make. All right. So let me end now by sharing the voices of others. Mike Filsame was on a recent training with his affiliate pages people. And this is his partner for affiliate pages. It's a software that he sells that helps affiliates run these affiliate pages. He's talking about what we're doing in the Evergreen YouTube marketing system. And I want you to hear what he's doing there. So let me just turn this on for you. All right. Were you able to actually hear it? Because I can turn it up higher and see if that makes a difference. But it's showing me on my end that you couldn't actually see the video. Could you see and hear? While I'm waiting for you to answer that, let me just share the story of my daughter. So I told you how a friend of ours actually got a book deal because of my daughter's channel, right? So she had been doing her channel and building up her authority on YouTube. And then my friend from high school, she had gotten famous on TikTok. And she was famous for just really fun, cute laundry related things. And my daughter got married this past year, and she got a message from this friend of ours. She had done an interview of my friend a couple of years ago, and we didn't realize the impact that that interview had for our friend. So Melissa, who's our friend, she had gotten this viral, fame on TikTok. And it was because of her interview that she did with my daughter. A book company heard her story and reached out to Melissa and offered her a book deal. Because of the book deal, Melissa got famous in a lot of different ways and was getting companies sending her all these free products and services for her to then hopefully show on her TikTok channel, right? But she wasn't doing anything on YouTube. Only my daughter had her on YouTube. But my daughter was ranking above Melissa everywhere because of the way that she structured her video based on what I teach in the program. And so this past year, she reached out to my daughter and she offered to give her a free wedding venue that a company had offered Melissa and her partner who were getting married. And she wanted to gift it to my daughter as a way to thank her for this book deal that propelled everything for her. And my daughter asked her, like first of all, she was like, oh my gosh, thank you. This is incredible. And then she was like, but why me? Like, why would you give that to me? And Melissa said, it's because of you. It's because of the interview you did with me. I got that book deal. I have these brand deals. She now has a brand deal with Tide. And it all started because of the interview my daughter did and the way that we set it up. Isn't that cool? So your reach is not just for your perfect dream leads, but it can also have this positive impact on other people. Isn't that cool? That blows me away. We could see and hear the sound is coming from your microphone picking up your speakers. So it's not the best quality. Okay, but you could be here. Okay, so I will try it one more time then. Head over to cleverdough.com/join to grab one of the 15 spots. And I will do exactly that. I will turn my mic around so that you can hear it better. I will turn up the volume and we will give that another try. All right, here we go. So first, I'm going to show you what Mike said.
Amanda does great reviews. We might have Amanda on to show how, like, literally she did such a good review for courses.gg. I hope she doesn't kill me for saying this, but Go High Level reached out and offered her an exclusive deal to do content for them. That's how good she is at doing reviews. So doing a review like that is going to do something for you that affiliate pages can't do for you. It's creating an affiliate review on YouTube. And so YouTube is going to get its own traffic in conjunction with this. And then you can take that video and put it on your affiliate review page.
Hi, I'm Connor Hebel, founder of Amelia Island Mike.
So now I want you to meet Connor, and he's going to share everything that's been happening with him. I am so proud of this amazing kid, young adult now. His story is so inspiring. So enjoy this.
And what I was looking for when I found Amanda's video course is a way to reach my target audience and to be able to move them from what are microgreens, because so many people don't know what microgreens are, which is the biggest challenge to get past, to educate them, and then to be able to move them into the sale, which for anything, it's tricky to move them into the sale. But when they are educated, that is such a big challenge. And so what I'd find when I'd go to vendor markets is it would take me 5-10 minutes before people would even know if they wanted to buy my product. When I go on YouTube and I share what I'm talking about, I don't have to spend one-on-one time with every single person. And so when I work with YouTube, instead of spending one-on-one time, I spend 1 to thousands. And it saves me so much time and energy. I was also looking for a way to just increase my sales. And doing YouTube has really helped. I've started to get people who have reached out and bought my kits because they saw me on YouTube. In fact, I was talking to a friend who had a friend and they were like, you're on YouTube, aren't you? They knew me from YouTube and I had never met them before. So what made me say yes and join? Well, I was trying everything to find that thing that would work. Throw all the spaghetti against the wall. And a lot of things didn't. A lot of things didn't pan out, but I put in the work to make them work. And this was one of the things that really did make a difference. Not only do my customers start to reach out to me, I also have people reaching out to me from my videos, wanting to do collaborations, wanting to work with me. And that is really huge. I was working with an incubator that was looking to launch my product. And one of the things that they found is that when you search up reptile microgreens, I am the #1 person that comes up. And they have affiliations with Petco. And so they were saying, since you're ranking #1, we want to get Petco involved because they're interested in the fact that you're ranking #1. When you rank #1, your credibility goes significantly up. So what's one win or breakthrough that I've experienced? Well, if you're in this place of, I don't even know if I can do this, I am so terrified to do videos, I spent a whole year to make just 10 videos a year. And the reason is I was so terrified of being in front of the camera. I would literally start sobbing and my hands would shake. I was just in full meltdown because I was terrified of being on camera. About 5 years ago, I couldn't even get on the phone for more than 1 minute. And it took quite a while to get past that fear, that limiting belief that I had. And Amanda was there supporting, being so encouraging throughout and knowing that I can do it. And that's the reason why I was able to get through that challenging period of time, is because I had someone there gently, kindly encouraging me to move forward and to do it. And so after that year, I got my 10 videos up. The first video got over 4,000 views. Not everyone's first video is going to do that, just know that, but it can. And from there, I now am able to post, or I'm now able to film videos, like 5 videos in a day. In fact, today I just filmed 6 videos, and I'm now filming this one. And so that saying of what you can get done in a year, you can now get done in a day is so true. And so if you're feeling afraid, just know that this is possible and your stats will significantly rise over time. I absolutely love the YouTube platform, and it has been my favorite of all the social media platforms. I've been in business for 6 years now, and I have Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Pinterest, LinkedIn, and YouTube. YouTube is my favorite, and it's the one that's made the biggest impact. So I highly recommend going with Amanda. She is a huge ray of sunshine, and she is the reason why I do my videos today. Because if I was with anyone else, I would not have gotten as far as I did. So go with Amanda. It is worth it. It's worth every penny, and it's a skill that you can use through the rest of your career. Hey everyone, this is Connor.
And Christine
With Amelia
on
and the
the
Microgreens.
Microgreens.
And here's what it's like working with Amanda. She's been so incredible, and I just have to say, it's been such a joy. She's always that person that supports you and wants the best for you. And it's just like having a ray of sunshine in your life. It's so nice working with her. And not only is it nice and fun, it also gets results. When I started this channel, I had 86 subscribers, and I am now at 717 subscribers.
When did you start?
I started about 6 months ago, so it hasn't been a long period of time. And my viewer count has, what is it, like quadrupled.
Why don't you go take a look?
Yes, let's do that. She's helped me figure out what kind of thumbnails I need, what kind of titles, words, all of that stuff she helps you create. So now you can see in my analytics, this is the year that I've had. So in the beginning, you can see it's been very slow. And then right where it starts to pick up along here, that is where Amanda has come into play and supported.
Yeah, what I love to see, it just is on an upward trend. And right here in the last 90 days, you can see that even though Connor was sick and then traveling here and posting no videos, he still has traffic. It's so exciting.
And you can see 501% more views in the last 365 days.
So you can see that he's added 631 subscribers, and Connor's had a few videos, like here's one about 2,500 views.
5,000 views right
Look at
here.
this. How exciting is that?
And not only is there a lot of views on this, there's 111 subscribers. So what'll happen is you'll get some of these videos that go viral, and those are the ones that are going to get you a high subscriber count, high watch time hours, and high views. And those are the ones that are going to propel your videos forward. And using the formula that Amanda has for creating your video, creating those thumbnails, and creating the keywords are key. And Amanda is excellent at those. So you can see all of this here. She uses a system that she created and leverages AI to make this super simple, super easy. I got this done in like 30 minutes, and I now have a system that I can use for every single one of my videos.
She also has a GPT she wrote that will help you load in the information super simple, and it gives you all of the context to send out to all your social. Sharing on socials makes it so much easier.
And on top of that, you'll notice that you can see some of my videos are here, like right here, let's see, here, here. She uses a system that she'll talk about in her course that will get it so that you can see your videos all along there, and so will your viewers.
So our recommendation, I would 100% recommend Amanda Vander Gulick for learning how to do your YouTube promotions.
For sure. And she's done this before. She's gotten a viral video that was so incredible. You can still see it when you search up how to bake a cake. So she knows what she's doing, and she knows how to get you to that same level.
Thank you, Amanda. We love
Thank you. Love you.
When I found Amanda's program, I was really hoping for a second chance to actually do the work. I'd taken similar courses before, but never followed through, and I missed out on feedback and motivation. This time I wasn't going to let that happen, especially since I had the chance to join her beta group. The course is all about YouTube SEO and creating videos people actually watch and engage with. And for me, YouTube felt like the perfect platform to promote Medfire Media. It's the second biggest search engine and the first place people go to learn anything. Honestly, being in the live beta group was a huge draw. I knew I'd get the extra help from Amanda, plus she already had proven success on YouTube. One of her videos has over 7 million views. Even her free warm-up course is packed with value. So I knew the full course would be next level. And I was right. Amanda delivers all the time. So much enthusiasm and generosity. My biggest win was learning to persevere. Amanda always says, perfect is not done. And it's true. I had to push past a lot of little roadblocks. Camera issues, audio, editing, even uploading to YouTube. But just getting it done instead of getting stuck, that was the game changer for me. Halfway through, I realized I needed to start over to get it right. And surprisingly, the second time was faster and easier because the course is so methodical. Amanda's custom ChatGPT tools covering everything from niche research to keywords, thumbnails, and scripting made the process smooth. Changing course didn't slow me down. In fact, it let me start publishing my full 10-part video series right from the first weekly momentum call. I feel now, compared to when started, exhausted and exhilarated at the same time. Seeing people watch my videos all the way to the end is amazing. Amanda's scripts keep viewers engaged the whole way through. I feel proud of what I've created and grateful that I pushed through. Don't even hesitate. Just do it. This course is exceptional. I've done others and nothing compares. Amanda doesn't hold anything back. She shares the real strategies that others keep to themselves. And the skills you pick up go way beyond YouTube. It's honestly the best investment you can make if you're serious about growing on the platform. The biggest thing it revealed to me was confidence through action. I started unsure about the tech, about whether anyone would even watch. But the moment I saw my first series live and people actually engaging with it, I realized I could really do this. That was the special moment for me.
My name is Thuy. I'm Vietnamese, and my job is to teach English for Vietnamese people. When I first joined Amanda's course, I wasn't sure exactly what to expect. But honestly, it's been such a game changer. Everything is so strategic and well structured, but also super easy to follow. Pretty quickly, I started seeing changes. My channel now looks clean, professional, and I'm creating videos way faster than before. The scripts Amanda teaches us have these amazing hooks and calls to action that actually keep people watching, which I love. What I've been really hoping for is that the right viewers, people who need my content, will find my channel, get the solutions they're looking for, and that I can actually grow this into a real online business. And I'm already starting to see that part taking shape. Right now, I've just launched my first 10-part video series using what I've learned from the course. And I feel confident. I don't have to overthink. I just follow the steps, create, and keep going. If you're on the fence about working with Amanda, let me tell you, she gives you everything. Her heart. She's the kind of coach who actually wants you to win, and it shows.
Hi, I've been an online marketer for a number of years, so I know a thing or two when it comes to YouTube and SEO and traffic. But when I wanted to start a new channel for just myself and for my art business, before I did, I went to Amanda for her advice. And I was so excited to hear about her Evergreen YouTube marketing course. Now, even though I don't have anything to sell right now, I wanted to make sure I started off my channel right. So I just implemented her strategies 2 weeks ago. And since then, my channel has grown. In fact, the most exciting part of it is opening up the YouTube app in the morning, every morning, just to check on my number of subscribers. And every morning it has ticked up since I started her strategy. I really can't wait to see where I'm going to be a year from now. And thank you so much, Amanda, for all of your great advice. Oh, one more thing. I said I didn't have anything to sell right now, and that's true. But if I was out of ideas for what to sell, Amanda is the person to go to. She is constantly giving me ideas, things that she sees, sending me links to information. And I see her doing this with her other members in her course too. If there's something that she sees that could be beneficial to you, she thinks about you and she sends it to you. And that is really awesome. And I don't know if she's going to be able to give you that level of personal care for long, because she is definitely going to blow up with this course. It is fantastic. So be sure to do everything that Amanda tells you to do. I couldn't be more pleased with all of the results that I've gotten in just 2 weeks on my channel. And I can't wait to see it in 1 year. Thanks, Amanda.
Before I found this program, oh my God, it was like going into a dark room where you're trying to find your way out. What I mean by that is that I tried so many programs. I mean, so many, I don't know how much money I spent. And basically, they didn't teach what I was hoping for. When I met Amanda, I saw her on YouTube, but because of my attention about the fact that she was in a coma, and so that surprise when she came out of coma, she was still making the money. So that was the thing that really surprised me. It was amazing. So I decided I gotta meet this lady. And she surprisingly was like family. Oh my God, this is what I'm looking for. And I was stuck. I didn't know how to come out of that. Till I found Amanda and her Evergreen YouTube marketing system. She told me, hey, Humberto, here is where the light switch is. And she told on the light. What happens, because I knew what I was doing. I was comfortable. I felt comfortable with Amanda. And to my surprise, she gave me exactly what I was looking for and more. Why? Because she is the gift that keeps on giving. She gave me so many resources. Oh my God. I just couldn't believe it. She gave me so much. So that was surprising. She teach me the process and how to get to YouTube and how to get to my ideal clients. I really thank Amanda for all of this. I mean, it's going to change my life, but I'm very sure it's going to change my family's life. I wasn't confident on the gurus out there because what I saw that they gave me absolutely was not one. It wasn't a thing. So Amanda has given me the confidence that I need. She tells me, yes, you can conquer the world. She guides me softly. And she says, but first, step by step, do this first, then the next step, and you'll get things. Amanda told me, you don't have to be perfect. It's never going to be perfect. Just go ahead and do it. And the faster you do it, the better you'll be. If you see my first videos, I wasn't that great. So I was my first critic, and look what I am right now. So I'm very confident, and if I follow the steps by steps Amanda has given me, that yes, I'm going to be on camera sometimes, and it's not going to be perfect, but that's what I'm hoping for. I don't want people looking at me as being perfect because they are going to be scared. They want to see that I'm not perfect so that they can see that they can do. That's something that I know from this system. Oh yes, my whole life changed. A lot more energy. When I didn't feel that energy before, it wasn't that I wasn't confident. As I told you before, I wasn't confident in the system they were showing. But as soon as she showed me with clarity what is it that I had to do and how it's not that difficult and how AI can help me. To all those listening, if you are considering joining this program, is the right thing to do. The decision that you make in just 1 minute can change the rest of your life. Amanda is not real person. She has all the knowledge that you need. She cares and she wants to help you out. And she shows it every single day. You have to do your work. Don't get me wrong. You have to work, but she's there for you. You just jump. Just jump. Like it says, just do it, okay? And you are gonna be happy 6 months from now. You're gonna be on a different path. Your path is going to be, well, oh my God, how easy this is. Oh, I'm enjoying the fruit. Those fruits come from those seeds that Amanda put in you because she knows that there's a lot of mental blocks, a lot of issues that come around. And she tells you, okay, here's what's happening. So the way for you to jump over this block is by doing this and this and this. So just don't sweat it out and do this little, very small step, and you'll get to the next side. So why wait? What you can do in 1 minute can really change your life. Go through this system right now. I promise you, it won't disappoint you. Amanda has the experience, and she has a system. You don't have to stay behind saying, hey, but I don't have a movement. I don't have a skill. I don't have the experience. I don't have this and that and that. None of those excuses apply here because she is good enough. She has, and I really proof. I've seen people that Amanda has trained that has used a system that has been successful. And I mean highly successful.
It became apparent to me that I really needed to become proficient in using YouTube for online marketing, not only to attract customers for myself, but also to help others succeed in promoting their products and services. When I saw Amanda van der Kulik's success and got to know her, it was obvious that I needed to learn from her. She has this amazing multidisciplinary approach that intertwines marketing, finance, technology, and consumer behavior, which made her program stand out from many others. Since joining, one of my biggest breakthroughs has been AI. I had some prior knowledge about AI, but Amanda really showed me how to apply it in a way that significantly increased my productivity. On top of that, her passion for evergreen YouTube marketing shines through everything she teaches. She blends so many different methods and techniques, which makes the program incredibly rich, and she sure does under-promise and over-deliver. Now, I'm on a path that will bring me the success I'm looking for. If a friend asks me about it, I tell them, without a doubt, right now, Amanda is the go-to person for evergreen YouTube marketing.
Hello there, I'm Xanthi, and I am the daughter of Amanda van der Gulik. And I am very lucky because I have been taught how to do most things from her, and she's an amazing teacher. And I want to talk to you about how she's helped me grow my YouTube channel and just make me more happy with my YouTube channel and inspire me. So first off, I started my channel about 10 months ago. That was in January. I guess it was 11 months ago. And I just started it because honestly, I wanted something to do. I wanted to help people, and I just love creating videos and I love helping people. So I was like, why not? And so at the beginning, I got barely any views, only the views from people I knew. If I was like posting on Facebook and stuff like that. And I didn't really know what my niche was either. So my mom suggested that I kind of think about what people ask me for, and just helped me guide me to the niche that I use today, that I'm in today. And so I started making videos on kind of life videos, advice videos. And then I thought, hey, people ask me a lot about LGBTQ plus things, and I might as well make videos about it to help people. So I started doing that, and again, I wasn't getting very many views. I was kind of feeling a little sad, and I almost wanted to give up because I was like, well, this is going nowhere, and I don't know what to do, and nobody seems to care. And so then my mom, she just kind of helped me, guide me, and she helped me with tags and learning about the algorithm, different word placements, even thumbnails. And she started helping me with that. Sorry. Anyway, and it was just incredible how my videos and my views started going up. And then I had this one video. It was about whether or not you're bisexual or lesbian, because a lot of people are confused about that. I was confused about that. And I wanted to make a video on that because I was like, why not? People are asking me, so I might as well. So I did. And then it kind of went viral. It was insane. Every day the views went up and up and up, and it was more views than I have gotten on any of my other videos, really. And it was just incredible. And I started seeing my subscribers rising and my views rising on all of my videos. And it was just incredible. And so I was like, I need to learn more. So I asked her for more help, and she's been helping me ever since, giving me advice on just different things to help the algorithm find me, to help other people find me, and to help myself know what kind of videos to make. She taught me about editing and videoing and just everything that you need for even just starting off a YouTube channel. And yeah, I've just grown so much with video production and learning about the algorithm and just reaching more views and more people and gaining more subscribers too. So I just wanted to let you know that she is incredible. Her teachings are amazing, and her teaching style is amazing too. She's so kind and supportive, and she motivates you to just keep going, keep trying, because if you're passionate about something, you better just go out and do it. And she really helped me get out of that spot where I was kind of like, you know what, why am I even doing this? And sometimes I still have those days. And she just reminds me that, I mean, maybe it wasn't the best video. Maybe I can improve. And every single video I improve. And so she's just helped me a lot. So yeah, thank you.
All right. So with my daughter's video, I find her so inspiring. That was before that book deal happened. It was really cool. And with Connor, with his video, he said that he was at 700. He's over 1,300 subscribers by now, and it's growing exponentially every day. It's just incredible. But more important than subscribers is he's actually making sales from his videos. And that's what's the most important thing. With my daughter, what's really cool is that it inspired her so much. She actually went to study at the Toronto Film School and graduated as a film production student. And so it's just really cool to see how what you do with your channel to help generate automatic lead generation for your perfect leads for your business has a bigger impact that you'll never even imagine until you see it. So go to cleverdough.com/join. I'm going to shut this down now. I will upload the blueprint for you in the comments. Give me a couple of minutes to get this stream to finish properly, and then you can check that out. But grab your 15 spots. I haven't had a look to see how many are left, and I'm really excited to see what Evergreen YouTube funnel we build together. All right. Thank you for being here. I'll see you inside the course.